Hi and welcome. I'm Ali from Urban Om Yoga Studios. Today, additional props that we might need is always worth having a couple of chunky bricks with you. If you don't have those, it could be an option. Just have some lifted big books, even a couple of bean cans or something like that. Just something quite sturdy to lift the ground up to us. We will be starting today in a child's pose, so making your way comfortable. So the knees come as wide as the mat. The hips are sitting down towards the heels. Find length, relax and soften through the shoulders. Just take a couple of breaths to allow the knees to open. How do the hips feel this morning or this afternoon, whatever time you're practicing? Maybe lifting up the shoulders, rolling them back and down. And then when you feel comfort in the hips, let the belly fall through the thighs, the forehead, nose rest down towards the floor. If your head is not comfortably finding the ground, then place hand upon hand, fist upon fist, support the heavy head. It might be an option, otherwise, to have the forehead down and the seat lifted. Ideally, though, hips sink down towards the heels. Try to soften and relax through the shoulders. And as we start to settle here, start to think about an awareness of the breath, allowing the breath to come in and out through the nose, nasal way of breathing. If that feels uncomfortable for you, you might be a little congested, then do take on a mouth breath, but ideally nasal way of breathing. Start to settle into the pace of the breath. Feel how the body expands on the inhale and gently contracts on the exhale. So the hips sink down towards the heels, arms are outstretched, but a soft bend into the elbow. Then the breath becomes steady. Trying to keep a steady beat throughout the practice. If anything doesn't feel right in the body, know to stop. I'm just here to guide you through your practice. Rest as many times, skip poses out. You can press pause and come back. So your breath, your body, your practice. Become active now. Reach the fingertips forward, maybe spider up the fingers. Imagine you've got a ball beneath your palm. So the fingers press down, the hips press down, the shins press down, the toenails press down. And then soften. Inhale, rock yourself up. Just taking the body weight slightly forward and back, getting some release back into the hips, and then sink the hips back down towards the heels. If this feels really uncomfortable for you, then do come into a seated position. Place the hands onto the knees, a few movements of seated cat-cow. Inhale, pull the chest forward, drop the shoulders back, open the throat. Exhale, press down through the knees, press the spine away, feel the shoulder blades pull apart. Now move and breathe with your breath. Inhale, we open. And exhale, we round. Feel that deep stretching of the back. Inhale, front of the seat bone, not the pelvis, rock back. And exhale, tail drops under, lightly drop to the chin. Feel how the spine moves, how the shoulder blades move, how the hips are rocking. And then come through into a neutral spine. Navel in, tailbone down, bandhas on, belly in, up and under, pelvic floor on. Right hand goes down, left arm stretches up. Create length, span out the ribs. Exhale, start to reach up and over towards the right. Left shoulder draws back, right shoulder draws under. Keep breathing here, in and out. Top arm lifts you, left hand comes to the floor, right arm stretches up. Shoot energy up through the fingers, pull the ribs in, press the seat down towards your heel. And then exhale now, reaching up and over towards the left. Right shoulder stays on top of the left. Right seat bone still presses down towards the floor. And you breathe in and out. Inhale, right hand now comes behind you. Stay low or circle sweep, lift the left arm up, palm points up, squeeze the bottom, open the chest. And if the floor's too low, use a brick. Exhale, breath to lower and repeat other side. Left hand comes down, right arm lifts up, chest open, squeeze, breathe. And then lower to come all the way down. Keep the knees wide. Now send the hips up. So the hips come in line with your knees. A variation of puppy anahata, forehead, nose to the floor. Maybe your chin drops down towards the mat. A gentle tone of the belly. If this is too tight for your arms, take your shoulders a little wider or your arms a little wider, or draw the arms a little closer in. Press down through the palms. Keep the hips high and breathe in. Breathe out. Carefully, if the chin was to the mat, forehead comes down. Hands slide the way back. Just press the seat back down towards the heels. Now walk the hands over towards the right, getting a stretch through the left side of your shoulder. Your head can lift. Hands back through centre, now slide them out towards the left. Right shoulder, left shoulder, 2 straight lines. Seat bones pressed down. And then come all the way through to centre. Roll yourself up. Tuck your toes. Readjust, first downward facing dog. The hands are a little wider than the shoulders. Your feet are hip distance. Squeeze the belly in. Lift and lower one heel down at a time so you start to awaken the legs, the calf, the Achilles and the hamstrings. And then bend the knees, really press the mat down. Press your hips up high. Feel that lovely stretch, full body stretch, a reset. First plank pose, body weight rocks forward, long, strong plank. First vinyasa, we drop the knees, shift the shoulders in front of the wrist. Controlled, modified, lower down onto the belly. Inhale, baby. Extended cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up high, and you're back, downward facing dog. Fingertips pressed down under knuckle of the hand, base of the palm, forearms energetically pulling together. Rock the body weight forward, come back into a long, strong plank, and then drop your knees down so they're directly beneath your hips. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees are beneath the hips. I'll turn round so you can see me. Now slide your right leg out behind you, ball of the foot, the toe comes down to the floor. Rock the weight forward, let's release the wrist. Rock the weight back, stretch the leg. Come through neutral. Draw your right knee into your right elbow and squeeze it tight. Send the leg out behind you and send it over to the left. Press the ball of the foot down and stretch your hips out towards the right and gaze over the shoulder and pause. Gaze comes back through centre, leg slides out to the right. Turn your left toe slightly in, shift the weight to come a little back. Feel that stretch in the seam of your leg. Inhale forward, exhale, drop back. Point the toes up to the ceiling, readjust, foot on the inside of your thigh. Fingertips to the floor, open the chest, now start to walk forward. Palms flat to the floor, think stretch to the back. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. As you walk the fingertips back up, rock the weight to come back forward. Turn the back toes back, right leg back over to the left, and then drop the knee beneath the hip. This time curl your toes under, press down off of the floor, build some core strength. Exhale, round the back, angry cat. Of course you can leave the knees down, let the belly drop. Exhale, round out the back, let the belly drop. Drop the knees to the floor, neutral spine. Left leg goes out behind you, ball of the foot, the toe to the floor. Rock the weight to come forward, rock the weight to come back. Lift up the leg, draw the knee in towards the elbow and squeeze. Leg goes back out, slides over to the right, bump the hips to the left. As the leg comes through centre, it travels out to the side, ground down through the heel. Get the stretch to the inner seam of your leg. Turn your right toes in slightly, rock the weight back, rocking it forward. Second time, we come in and we pause and we hold, sit up, realign. Fingertips stretching forward, collarbones forward. Crown of the head moves away from the tail. Left toes roll up and we breathe in and breathe out. Hands walk us up, rock the body weight forward. Left leg slides all the way back over to the right. Come through neutral, step back, plank pose, and come into downward facing dog. Taking on breath as you inhale, exhale. Second vinyasa, body weight rocks forward via the knees or maybe that halfway hover. Top of the feet to the floor, hip thighs are off the mat, up dog. Exhale, breath, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Right leg lifts, right foot steps forward, left knee lowers down towards the floor. Now squeeze the right buttock under. Raise your right arm up, look up towards the thumb. Keep the hips sinking low. Staying here, or bend up your left knee, right arm circles back. See if you can find the foot. Try to find the pinky toe side, externally rotate the right shoulder. Take a breath, inhale, exhale. Releasing it off. Back toes tuck under. Kick out through the heel. Sweep your arms up high. Whoa, we arrive in a high lunge. Front knee over the ankle, back heel firm. Bend your elbows, cacti your arms. Hover your left knee down to the floor. Press the hips forward. And then straighten out the leg. Lift up the arms. Exhale, open out into warrior two. Check the alignment of your feet. Front toe is forward, back big toe turns in. Biceps, triceps to the bone. Low lunge, Skandasana. Left foot turns, come onto the heel of your right leg, right foot, leg straight. Stay here or maybe use the hands and sink down low. If you have the balance, hands come to heart, thumbs to sternum. Flute the foot and breathe in, breathe out. Press yourself up into goddess, so the heels are in, the toes are out. But now take the hands onto your inner thighs. Keep the tailbone dropped, knees pointing towards toes 2 and 3. Right shoulder looks towards left. Come back through center, sink down, other shoulder to knee. And then come through center. Take your arms up in line with your ears and now reach your arms forward. Feel the inner thighs stretching, squeeze your bottom, engage, activate, stretch. And then lift hands to heart and pause. Straighten the legs, turn the left foot back in, right toes forward. We return back to warrior two. We breathe in and we breathe out. Half moon pose, left hand comes onto the hip, right hand comes onto a brick, or your can of beans or whatever you've got. Start to raise the leg up high. You're aiming to stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Stretch from the armpit through to the hip and then maybe lift up your left arm. Focus, dristi, maybe you look up. Reaching up, kicking out through the heel. Take a pause. We transition back to warrior two, maybe look down. Press yourself back gracefully, come all the way through. Straighten the leg, turn the toes in. Take the hands behind you, form a fist, open up the chest. Exhale, breath, hinge to come forward. Crown of the head draws down, tailbone sits up. Squeeze the blades super tight. And again, breathe here in. Breathe here out. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, bend the knees round up. Or strong belly muscles lift you to come all the way up. Return once more to warrior two. Maybe legs go a little wider, open out the hips. Hands down to the floor, plank pose. Take a vinyasa via the knees or that halfway hover. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. So you stay as you are. Then your left leg starts to lift. Left foot steps forward, right knee drops down towards the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Remember, lift the floor up if you need, and then lift the left arm up. Look up towards the thumb. Squeeze the left buttock under and pause. Staying or circle the arm back and bend up the right knee. Hold the pinky toe side of the foot. Roll the shoulder back, keep sinking. Stretch the hip, flex the front of your thigh. Hand releases down towards the floor. Back toes tuck. Inhale, rise on up, high lunge. A pause. Turn the palms forward, drop the knee, hover. And then straighten out the leg. Exhale, open out into warrior two. Front toes are forward, back toes turn in. We check our alignment. A breath. Skandasana, lunge pose. Turn your foot out towards the side and then come down low. Sinking down. Leg long, strong. Shoulders away from your ears. Breathe in and breathe out. Using hands or not using hands. Press yourself up into your goddess. Heels are turning in, toes are turning out. Maybe now a little rock from side to side, keeping the seat down. And then press the knees out to engage that stretch more to the inner seam of your leg. Sink low. Shoulder drops to opposite knee and squeeze that knee open. Come back through center, other shoulder, other knee, stay low. And then come back through center. This time fingertips to the floor. Can you walk your hands forward, sinking the knees out wide? And then come back, stretch it out, come back to warrior two. Breathe in, breathe out. Half moon, use your brick. If not, use the floor. Hand comes onto the hip. You might spider up the fingers as you lift the leg up high. Pull the toes out towards the nose. Arm can lift all the way up towards the ceiling. Dristy focus, maybe you look up. Blocks help lifting the floor a little bit higher. Looking down, press yourself back. Whoa, land it. Warrior two. Legs straightens, turn the feet forward. Have your heels in one straight line. Take the hands behind you. Open, expand through the chest. Exhale again, forward fold. Releasing our shoulders, pressing into the pinky toe side of the feet. Weight to the ball of the feet, hips, knees, ankles, one line. Neck long. Inhale, flat back, lifts us to come all the way up. Come back into your warrior two. Pause here. Hands down towards the floor, long, strong plank. Take your vinyasa via the knees or that halfway hover. Up dogs or cobras. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's ripple even the body weight forward. Via the knees or one solid piece, lower down to the ground. Coming into Sphinx pose. Place your forearms to the floor so your elbows are directly beneath the shoulders. Press the mat down to lift and open out the chest. A breath in, breath out. Left knee can come out to the side, flex the ankle. Press the knee away to engage and stretch into the hip or into the inner seam of the leg and let the hips drop. Maybe lift the foot up, lower, lift, lower, and then leg slides back, chest up. Right knee comes out to the side. Press the knee away to get the stretch. Keep the hip bones pressing down towards the floor. Maybe heel up, heel down, up and down, up and down, and then pause. Leg slides away, hands make a pillow, crocodile pose, forehead, nose to the floor. Soften, breathe. Palms fall flat, full plank, 3/4 plank, press yourself up. Tuck under your toes and stretch out in a downward facing dog. Take your right knee to the right of your wrist for pigeon. Left leg slides away behind you. Squeeze the inner thighs tight, walk the fingertips up. And then exhale, lower down to your forearms. Maybe your forehead, nose comes down towards the floor. To intensify, you could take your shin a little higher. If this feels too strong, drop the hip and slide the knee up towards the side, coming into broken pigeon or a variation of deer. Few breaths. And then press yourself to come all the way up. Tuck the left toes, lift the right knee, step back into a downward facing dog, long, strong dog. Left knee to the left of the wrist, right leg walks away behind you. Think left hip back, right hip forward, puff chest, no twist to the ankle. And then exhale, lower down to forearms. You could stay here. You could always have a brick underneath the left buttock if you fall to the side. Changing the angle of the shin might intensify the stretch. Last breath. And then pacing the hands to come all the way back. Tuck under the toes, send your hips up high. And we're back into downward facing dog. Option to add in your last vinyasa, body weight rocks forward plank. You choose to drop the knees or halfway hover. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, press the mat down. Breathe out, press the hips high. Going to come through seated onto your bottom, so you may wake your way through. Extending out the legs and sit tall, staff pose. Heels, knees, hips aligned. Bend the knees if you need to. Let's stretch out our back. Soles of the feet meet, knees wing out wide. You can hold on to the feet, use your elbows to press your inner thighs down. Flat back, stretch, so the collarbones broaden, the shoulder blades lightly draw down. Neck stays long as a rod that threads from the crown to the tail. How do the hips feel now? A little bit further into practice. We are slowing down near to finish. Inhale, lift to lengthen. Help the knees to grow closer. Plant your feet down to the floor. Take the hands behind you. Fingertips can point to buttocks. They can point away, whatever works for your shoulder. Stay here or press down hands and feet. Squeeze up the buttocks. Let your head be on an imaginary headrest. Open out through the hips. And as you exhale, we lower down towards the floor. Sitting tall, again, staff pose. Cow face, let your right thigh sit on top of your left. If that's enough, stay here or scoop the left leg underneath. Make sure the buttocks stay down to the floor, no strain to the knees. Right arm lifts up. Left hand draws the shoulder blade back and down. If that's where you need to stay, stay. Otherwise, left hand can come around, scoop it around and hold your own hand to bring some shoulder release. Staying lifted or the hinge happens, you come forward. Again, the rod from the crown to the tail. 2 elbows in opposite direction, 2 thighs squeezing. Inhale, lift to come up. Just give the shoulders a release. We take a twist now. Your right foot comes to the floor. If that's too much, you can slide your left leg out long. Then wrapping your left arm around your right shin, right hand behind you. Draw yourself around, move body parts past your thigh, then realign. So move like a spiral staircase, pressing down to lengthen and exhale to twist, twist, twist. Head always turning last. Breathe in. Breathe out. Return, come back through to center. Release out the legs. Sit for a breath, 1 or 2. Staff pose, Dandasana. And then we'll realign, taking it to the other side. So your left thigh now sits on top of your right. Remember, right leg can be strong. You can have a bend into the knee. Or take the foot behind you, hold the feet, adjust so the bottom stays down to the floor. Left arm lifts, pat yourself on the back, shoulder up, blade down. Staying or taking the hand behind you. See if you can find your fingers. If not, please hold on to your elbow. Staying here could be enough, otherwise the hinge happens, moves from the hips. The bottom presses down, the shoulder blades draw in, maybe your head presses up towards your arm. How do the shoulders feel? Closing the hips as we've had them open. And then inhale, we lift. Release it off, maybe roll the shoulders. Left foot steps to the floor, right arm wraps behind you. Right arm wraps around the shin, left hand behind you. Press down to create length and exhale. Slowly twist, twist, twist. That gentle compression, nice release to the spine. And then all the way back through to center. Let your legs release out. Either use your forearms to lower down to the floor, work your core. Knees can be bent, legs can be straight. You can hold opposite shoulders or release your arms. And just slowly roll your spine all the way down. Feeling each little part of the spine press down towards the floor. And then once we are down, the back of the head is comfortable, neck finds space. Let the shoulders roll back and just let the hips soften. You might choose to stay here, any other finishing poses. Otherwise, just as a suggestion, if you're not staying, you might draw the knees very briefly in, take your head up to meet the knee, just to release the back, a complete circle. And the head lowers, happy baby. Hold on to the outer edges of the feet. So it is quite a nice way to finish, calming the central nervous system. Maybe that gentle rock from side to side. Pull gently on the feet. And then draw the knees to be side by side. Lift your arms and legs to the ceiling. Circle your wrists, circle your ankles, point and flex. And then shake your arms and legs like a wibbly wobbly jelly. Just moving those energies and just shaking out whatever does or doesn't serve. And then we are ready for our final rest of Shavasana. Let the shoulder blades pull down the spine. So if you wish to stay in your Shavasana, then please just zone me out. I've got just a few more rounds of breath. If you're staying in your final rest, go ahead. Otherwise, we bring movement, wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Let the sensations just move through the body. Let your knees just draw in so you can roll onto your side, right by more tradition, before pressing yourself up to a seated position, whatever seat works best for you. Shoulders up, back and down, neck long. Finishing as you are, or just taking your hands to meet and draw your thumbs towards sternum. I'd like to thank you for joining class today. Hopefully you'll come back to take another class or check out other classes that we have on demand. And of course, let us know what you thought in the comments. Amazing practice. Namaste.